Welcome to Digital Scribeology. My name is Nayim, your professor, your instructor, your coach, and today I made sure I did my due diligence and I comprised the list of everybody who gets paid when a rapper is murdered. And I'm just going to give you the person or give you the entity, give you the brief reason, because this list actually ended up being way longer than I thought it was going to be. So, a rapper is killed. Let's just say the rapper is killed by gunfire, right? This is the list, and I got the phone because it was just too long to write down. Number one, the gun manufacturer, whether it be Glock, Smith & Wesson, FN, Taurus, whoever the fuck is out here, right? The reason a gun manufacturer would actually benefit is because now they have a free advertisement to say, hey, even in the most heightened of situations, this gun is guaranteed to go off and guaranteed to get the job done. Number two, the bullet manufacturer. It's the same reason for the fucking gun manufacturer. When this bullet comes out of this gun, and there are different bullet manufacturers, you can go look them up or do what you do. When it hit, it's guaranteed to put them the fuck down. They're not gonna get up from it. They're not going whatever, even though we know humans are fucking basically water bags. But the bullet manufacturer, because guaranteed to get the job done. Three, owners of stores that sell guns and ammo, because people are gonna, when we have high profile murders and high profile situations or any type of dangerous situation, people feel the need to get out here and protect themselves. So anywhere that sells guns, anywhere that sells ammunition, we all know, we can all look up and we all see every time something that happens that goes on, something huge that happens that goes on with guns, people run out there to purchase, guns and stock up on ammo and shit like that. All right. 4, the first responders, whether it be an EMT, a firefighter, or a police, but the police is a separate situation. However, we know that firefighters are EMTs, police officers have to play EMTs when they show up on the scene to try to get shit together. And usually by the time the EMT get there, the rapper's dead, but you still got to come. The police department. This is when it starts getting to that point, and I'm going in order of how it came in my mind because I'm just walking through the scene. The police department gets paid because they are the first responders who have to show up that are not the actual EMTs, because now we're in a crime scene situation. A crime has been committed. Somebody has called 911. So anybody who's employed, wherever the fuck you are, and just kind of reversing back to that EMT thing, a lot of the times the reason that a police officer will have to play EMT or a firefighter will have to play EMT, because you might get murdered in a situation or a location where they don't have a lot of staff, or the time in the place where you're murdered, motherfuckers don't have regular hospital access to. So, or it's so much already going on, motherfuckers ain't got time to come and cater to no rapper. So whoever the fuck the police is in the area, niggas is getting paid overtime. Niggas it's a heightened situation, so it's got to be more, because you got the, you should already shut your mouth as a cop. But when the cops come in, they got to shut their mouth even more because this is a high profile person. Where we at? Number 6, the crime scene investigator. So it's already this thing with CSIs where, because I actually have a friend who is a crime scene investigator. She talks about it all the time. The craziest situations, the craziest things happen. But now it's just like, you're going to be getting paid more because you got to make sure your pictures don't leak from when you was taking pictures of the crime scene. You got to make sure that the people you're talking to or whoever shit is not leaked out, and you have to protect your identity too. And it's not free to try to protect your identity when you're in such a high profile situation. And keep in mind, because I don't want to have to keep saying this is a high profile situation because it's a rapper. Unfortunately it is, but just keep in mind that anybody that's on this list, because I'm talking about anybody who's a regular person, because this is a high profile person, they're going to have to get paid more, because you have to make sure shit don't get out. You got to make sure people don't come and take pictures. You got to make sure people don't send shit or do shit and stuff. And then, it's even more hazardous because your life becomes in danger if people can find out what's going on, and they can probably come and threaten your family, intimidate you, do whatever. So where we at? We see a crime scene investigation. The news station. So now Fox 5 got to come out and report because something just happened. That we all know the news is negative. Fox 5 has to come out and report it. CBS, CNN, depending on how crazy, everybody starts reporting. It usually starts local, but everybody has gotten wind of it. Our favorite rapper, a good rapper, or any rapper was murdered. And it was murdered here at wherever the fuck they was murdered at. So now it's time to get on TV. So the news station gets and then I said 8 was the news station employees, the anchors, the staff, everybody who has to report on this. And we're talking about broadcast, because number 9 is social media sites and the staff and the developers. And the reason I say social media sites is because obviously regular bloggers can get up and fucking report on it, but these platforms have to run. So the developers and the people who run it and the software techs and all that shit got to make sure that the site stays up, because the rapper has been murdered, because it's so much bandwidth and so much required, because now the whole fucking world, or everybody in this area, or everybody here, or this pocket of the world, everybody is talking about it. Where we at? I said number 9. 10, the people on social media sites, I just said that. It's just anybody who can get on YouTube and make 300 videos talking about this motherfucker was murdered. 11, the advertisers. Now that there's traction, there's flow, there's people are coming over and looking for this, I can take my advertisement and I can place it here. Yeah, I know you're upset about a rapper dying, but look at these boots that I stole your data and illegally collected it. Look at these boots that you like. You signed the terms of service for here. Motherfuckers flashing Amazon ads and shit in between you scrolling on whoever the fuck page and looking for whatever the fuck, a commercial running on whatever the fuck, trying to sell you a vacation or some weird shit, right? Where we at? Crime scene cleanup. This is one that people don't really talk about or get into, because a lot of people don't know that there's like whole crime scene cleanup businesses. And being that, again, high profile situation, crime scene cleanup has to come out, clean it up, and make sure that everything is gone, because if not, people will come, be disrespectful, people will come, do whatever the fuck they want to. Again, you got to make sure your shit don't leak out. The crime scene cleanup getting paid. Now, the funeral home starts to get paid. I have a high profile body here. I have to make sure that the opposition for these people don't come and try to vandalize my funeral home. I gotta hire security because I have a rapper here, so motherfuckers don't try to steal the body, take the body out here, desecrate the body, do anything to the body. So now I gotta ramp up my shit, or try to keep it, or I got to keep it secret, and they gotta put something on top, because we can't just let anybody walk in this bitch. Now we got to have security and all of this shit, but somebody got to pay for that. It's not just, we gonna do it just because we have a high profile body here. Remember, they said that King Von, nobody wanted to take his body because of who the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Where we at? Because this thing just... All right. Now, if you, and this is number 14, the staff at the funeral home goes right into the funeral home. 15, the airline that the body is being shipped through. The thing with this one is, that's if a motherfucker die outside of wherever they live or wherever they gonna be buried. You got to get a motherfucker back somewhere. So Southwest, American, Delta, we all know that if, under the plane, it don't just be luggage, it be dead bodies and shit. The people who issued the insurance policy, that's number 16. So if you didn't know, when you have an insurance policy, it's not just, somebody paid this insurance policy up, somebody paid for this, we just gonna issue a check. No, somebody's getting commission off of the fucking insurance policy that was already had. The beneficiary of the insurance policy. That was 17, and you already know that you died, somebody's gonna get paid because you're dead. People who have, I done skipped a whole bunch of shit. 18, the private investigator. for obvious reasons. Somebody has to be hired to go back and do the cleanup work and try to figure out every single situation that happened, because we got to find out who did it. We got to find out why they did it. We got to find out whatever the fuck. And these are all people who are getting paid. We are on number 19. The people in the science lab testing the evidence, overtime, secrecy, having to do extra work because somebody probably came through this hole and took their complete fucking time. Number 20. The people who have to type up the reports for court. Anybody who has to do any type of paperwork is not going to be free. It doesn't matter what sector you come from. It doesn't matter whoever the fuck you are. It's going to cost you money. And it's probably going to cost you extra because you probably had to hire some type of specialty person. And where are we at? Number 21. The sheriff and the sheriff's staff issuing the warrant. Everybody is getting paid. And I know this could probably apply, but when you have high profile, it's more money that go on top of that. Now we got to make sure that, because this came after that. We had to make sure that we get the right person. We got to make sure that we bring in, because people more than likely they're not going to talk. More than likely they're not going to come in and try to give no evidence or nothing. So niggas got to put in that extra work to try to find out and issue these warrants and go get these people. Now, I have up here as 24. Bounty hunters is the person who did it run. We already know they run. Bounty hunting don't really get advertised like that, but it is very much alive and very much thriving. If you fucking run, you better believe it's going to be some bounty hunter out there that's willing to fucking hunt you down and track you down. A lot of times these niggas they turn themselves in or they get captured before the bounty hunter. But then again, we don't know. The bounty hunter could have been the person who captured them. And that's number 24. Number 25, the jail where they being held. And all the staff. Again, you have a high profile killer or the person who killed a high profile person. You got to make sure they stay safe. You got to make sure that they're being housed here. But we all know once you become an inmate, the money starts to roll in because now this place qualifies for stipends because most jails and shit are county and state run. So they're already getting funds. They're already getting stipends. They're already getting all type of incentives to make sure that people stay in there, stay fed, stay safe, stay whatever. Where are we at? I said the magistrate and the staff in the jail. That was number 26 and number 27. But the magistrate, the person who has to, the magistrate is the person who gives you your paperwork. This is usually the first person you see after the officer in the little thing. They do all the paperwork. And this is for jail. We're not talking about prison yet. Prison is on the list, but it's further down on the list. The staff at the jail. Number 28, the warden. If you a high profile, the motherfuckers got to make sure you stay safe if you a high profile killer, because niggas ain't trying to get you fucked up in jail. Nigga, you got to answer for your crimes. You're not about to just be able to walk around this bitch free. And we talking about regular, everyday shit that nobody talk about. Oh, it's sad, it's this, it's that. We haven't even got to the record label yet. And how many? We almost at 30. Or we all at number 30. Correctional officers. Motherfuckers have to shut their fucking mouth. Motherfuckers can be paid off. Motherfuckers is at the job stressed out because you ain't here. Motherfuckers got to protect you. And even if they don't want to, or even if they want to fuck you up themselves, they still got to do their job for the most part and make sure that don't no other inmate kill you. Niggas got to come in overtime. Motherfuckers doing 24-hour shifts. All that shit because you killed a rapper. 30. We're on number 30. We haven't even got to the label yet. And this list is 52. The lawyers on both sides. So now you more than likely are not going to have a public defender. You're more than likely going to have somebody who, you're going to have to break that bread. You just murdered somebody. So anywhere from 30, 50, depending on how high profile it is, it might cost you more. But you probably don't have that money. But either way, you're going to have some type of attorney or somebody's going to have to pay for it. And it's going to be both sides. It's not going to just be your person defending you. It's going to probably be the state. It's going to probably be the family suing you. Because even if let's just say you walk away free, you're gonna have a family that is gonna put a civil suit on you if you have any type of resources, or a civil suit on somebody. So somebody's either way, the lawyers win. Both sides win. Where we at? Any specialty person, so this is number 31, any specialty person that helps with the case. So any specialty person could be like a PO, the PO, could be a PI, it could be any fucking informant that they had to pay to come in, anybody doing any type of spy work, any type of specialty person that does something, they only do something specific, could be jury selection, it could be anything. Everybody's getting paid. There's not one person who does not get paid. Where we at? I keep taking my eyes off it. The actual city or state or the federal system, if applicable. The thing is, when anytime a person go to jail, we already mentioned this, but anytime a person goes to jail, there is money being paid out because you don't have no job, you don't have no income, you have to be taken care of. People's tax money is paying for niggas to go sit in jail. You're not going to jail for free, and you're probably gonna get hit with a hefty fine if you are able to walk out, or whenever you walk out, or somebody's gonna pay for you being there. Because if you, at least here in the Commonwealth, I know it might be it usually is the same way other places, but here in the Commonwealth, if you do something, if you walk out of it, you're not walking out of it scot free, and you better pay that bill, or you're gonna lose all your regular life privileges, driving, being able to do this, being able to apply for this. You get hit with a fine after you did your time. So you pay with your life, and then you pay with your money. And if you don't have no money, whatever, but somebody has to pay. The judge gets paid. They're gonna end up, and then especially if you're gonna be the judge on a case like this, and you get a home run, you get a slam conviction, man, you're gonna be so much more respected. You're gonna be so much more. People are gonna trust you more because you did something that so regular society deems as like this is a slam dunk judge. You know, it could be a judge that ruled with an iron fist. It could be anything. You know, like. The judge is gonna get paid because the judge is gonna be on TV, more exposure. People gonna want they shit with this one. People will come to this, and keep in mind, judges don't just do. Even though the circuit court clerk is the person who. Did I put that up here? No, I thought I had that up here. The circuit court clerk is the person who Oh, I skipped that. Did I skip it? You know, the list is so long. But we'll throw the circuit court clerk up here too. But like, even though that's the person who decide, they don't just try criminals or shit. Niggas have parking tickets. Niggas trying to get gun permits. Niggas is in court with utilities and all type of shit. Like, you don't just do one thing. They do a whole lot of things. So if this judge is like, I'm readily available for more than one thing, then it's just like slam dunk getting paid. I don't know if I said the clerk of the circuit court, but that was number 22. And for obvious reasons, they're in charge of everything. The jury. Now, if you ever been on jury duty, or you ever had anything that had to do with a jury, you know that people get paid to go sit there. Jury duty is not, most of the time, jury duty is not something that's free. Especially when it's something like murder, you have to actually go. They'll pay you for your time, more than likely. Most of the time, they pay you for your time. They pay you for missing work. Most jobs will pay you for missing work to go do jury duty. The transport team, wherever they go to prison. Now, this is important. The transport team is going to get you, like, they have to make sure you get to the prison safe. So they got to go to the gas station. So the gas station is getting paid. They got to make sure that everything is good. If they blow a tire, now Goodyear done got paid because the equipment was fucked up transporting somebody who killed a rapper. People don't really think this deep into it and don't think to take the little teeny steps that gets us here. This is all because a rapper died. And this could be because anybody died or anybody was killed. But when a rapper dies, it's more money put on top. I gotta hurry up and get out of here. I'm looking at the time. Where we at? This fucking list. The prison actually gets paid. This is number 36. The prison gets paid because we know that prisons make a whole lot of fucking money. And it's just like the fucking jail. As soon as you go to prison, you're an inmate. You are the taxpayer's burden. So now the taxpayer is paying for you to be housed, clothed, fed, treated ethically, even though we know that's not what happens. But the prison is getting paid even more because now they got to put you up and make sure you stay safe. The county the prison is in, again, it's the same thing. The county gets state stipends. The company the killer works for in jail or prison, it's crazy. Well, you don't work in jail, but prison, because you can work. This motherfucker could be worked at AT&T. This motherfucker could be a license plate maker. This motherfucker could work sewing shoes. This motherfucker could work buying books. It really could be any motherfucking job. If they get to the point of having a job in prison, it could be anybody, any company, AT&T, Verizon, goddamn Facebook, anybody who uses prison labor, which we know a lot of them use prison labor. Let's see, the social media journalists. Now we get into the fun shit that everybody like to talk about before they skip over every step that happened. The social media journalists, anybody who has a platform to write essays, anybody who has a website, anybody who talks about, it's journalism, and we know most of the time it's not journalism, it's niggas giving a terrible opinions, but they use this to boost their profile so they can get better jobs. They use it to boost their profile so they can get more money. They use it to boost their profile, otherwise they wouldn't write about it. They would do something else. And especially a lot of people who come from other cultures who wasn't shit in their culture and they can't do shit in their culture, so they come over and talk about rappers, and voila, they have a life. The streaming platforms now: Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, Amazon, Deezer, whatever the fuck you use as your streaming platform. Oh my god, I know I didn't just delete my list. Oh my god, I'm so blown. Oh, never mind, I started a new list. They all get paid. Soon as you click, because as soon as your favorite rapper die, you going straight over there to listen to their music. You're reminiscing, you're sad. They putting them up on all the playlists. Motherfucking streams is going up 1,000%. The software developer at the streaming platform to make sure your shit does not crash and fucking burn into a fiery abyss. The record label starts to get paid. Something just popped up on the screen. The record label is starting to get paid. Now, this is when all the money starts rolling in from the streaming service, from all the news, from all the people putting up here, people playing the song, people putting the song everywhere, people trying to put the song on TV, syncing the song. Motherfucking songs are still getting licensed because the motherfucking record label owns the song. So the music never goes out, or style actually becomes more popular. And especially since that more than likely we're not going to get a bunch of new music. And once we stop getting new music from a dead rapper, that's it. So this is all a motherfucker I have to remember them. Where we at? Said the record label. 43, the label owner. The actual person who owns the label is going to get the biggest cut. You can say, Interscope Records, but that just includes the staff and everybody or whatever. And I'll just leave it at that because we already know that. 44, everybody on the team that gets their cut before the artists get paid. And that would include number 45, which would be the manager, the stylist, everybody who had anything to do with just the video person. If there's more videos, because they'll probably have footage and shit that they can shop out and do everything. And just everybody at the label, the executive, the COO, everybody at the label gets paid. Point blank, period. Then that includes the distributor as well. The debt collectors, don't think because you died you don't owe somebody money. You think that because you died that's it. No. If you have some money and you owe somebody some money, trust and believe they're going to come and get their money. And death does not exclude you from paying back what you motherfucking owe. And that includes your fucking contract. If you owe money on your contract, trust and believe your fucking record label is going to make sure that they get their money back. That's why you'll see a motherfucker with a posthumous album and motherfuckers still dropping music 10 years after they died. And this is the unreleased fake version of a Michael Jackson. Nah, bro, like, you owe somebody money. And if you owe somebody money, they're going to come and get it. Whether you on this side of eternity or the other side of eternity, motherfuckers is going to get their bread. All the collaborators, this is number 47, we almost done. All the collaborators, the producers, the songwriters, the fucking lyricists, the person who put the shit together, the A&R, everybody's gonna get their motherfucking money because now the thing is boosted. Now they can come out and say, it was great to work with them, or I did this, remember I did that. A career that was dead can be, life can be breathed or breathed or whatever. Brand new life can be breathed into a career that was dead because a rapper is now no longer here because somebody arranged the song or engineered a song or had a picture with a rapper. The merchandise company, 48, people are going to be rushing to buy everything because they love you. Your shit going to sell out when the rapper is dead. Motherfuckers is going to want to wear your name and keep your legacy. And we talking about fans. They're just going to naturally pour into you when you have these situations. Anybody that partnered with them, 49, whether you had a Sprite, whether you did yogurt, whether you did shoes, whether you did anything, the sales is every sale. If you sold anything or partnered with anything, is automatically the stock goes flying completely the fuck up. I said anybody who partnered with them. That's 49. Anybody who partnered with them, whether they did community service here or some shit like that, or they put their name on the front of a fucking ring light box or some shit. Now, the family of the artist gets paid. The family is usually the last people in line to get the money. The family is usually the last stop because now everybody else done took and snatched every crumb they could off the motherfucking table, and now you got your insurance policy, your estate, all of that, and you get your lawyers and shit for all that too, but they already done got their cut way up at the top before they throw you your cut. Number 51, and I just put 51 and 52 together, the opposition who might dish you after you're dead, and the opposition that dished you before you was dead. Because people are going to go look at them, people are going to accuse them, people are going to comb through their lyrics, comb through their music, comb through everything they've done. So now, everybody has benefited. That's the end of my list. I mean, I had 53, but I didn't write nothing there. Everybody gets paid when a motherfucker dies. Everybody gets paid when a rapper dies, whether it has anything to do with the first motherfucking responder or the gun who did it, down to the person who dished you last, or the person who had a problem with you, or the person who said some stupid shit on social media. This ran a little bit longer than I thought it was going to run, but I wanted to make sure I put this list out. And one day we'll actually go in more depth into this list. But for now, this is what I wanted to make sure I put out and gave y'all today. We'll be back with a bunch of good shit tomorrow. This is Digital Scribeology. I hope you found this edifying. My name is Nayim, your professor, your instructor, your coach. Until next time, class is dismissed.